You keep getting cut off because it's other people calling in, and you wants to call and hold on to the phone, but you actually, can you watch it? You can go to Star Planet and see us, and then you don't have to hold your phone to watch. You can actually look from your phone.
I did, but it wasn't loading on my phone, so that's why I called in.
Oh, okay.
But I'll try it again.
Yeah, try it again, and then just call us back, because you actually keeping some of the other callers from calling in.
Oh, okay.
So can you see it? Like we have some people out in the audience. Can you actually see the show from your phone? Hold on, Lynette. Don't go nowhere.
Okay.
No, we seeing if somebody else can actually click on and start playing it and see it. But while you holding on, just hold on, Lynette. Let's finish. I want to go back because time is running.
I wanted people to know the seriousness of being a stud.
Okay.
And the consequences that go with it, and what can happen. Mm-hmm. Just people, everybody is not as open, and I learned that for the first incident that was with my brother. Mm-hmm. All the other incidents where I had to fight and stuff like that, you think you're a guy and all that, that's fine. But when it's close to home, mm-hmm. that's when it really hurt.
So your brother came
So he came in the house, mm-hmm. my house, and he was like, yeah, what's up? I said, hey, whatever. So there was a lot of studs around. And he started trying to mess with them. And I said, leave him alone, you know what I'm saying? They was like, get your brother,
Oh, he was trying to mess with him, trying to talk to him.
But he really wasn't. He was picking. Mm-hmm. And so my brother picked, how somebody pick you up like they wrestling with you. So he was wrestling me, and I was like, put me down. So he lifted me all the way up to the ceiling. Mm-hmm. And then he slammed me on my table. And he said, now let me see how much man you really are.
What?
That was the first thing that made me know that I'm really going to have to fight for who I am, be it family or not.
Hold on, Lynette. Don't hang up. I think, they disconnected. Okay.
Yeah.
They did disconnected. So
he slammed me on the table, and mm-hmm. I was shocked. He's like, you think you're a man? Let's see if you're really a man. Mm-hmm. It was one of those things. That was my first encounter.
So now, did you ever have to physically, fight with your brother?
When he slammed me down and said, you think you're a man?
So you left it at slamming. Did you get up and...
I rolled, honest to God, mm-hmm. I rolled over, went under my mattress, got my gun, and started shooting at him going down the street.
Oh, my goodness.
I had no choice because he was no longer him anymore. It was somebody I felt was trying to hurt me. Thank God that I didn't hurt him. And that was my first encounter being a
Welcome
stud.
to Full Circle. Can I help you?
How you doing? This is Rocky calling in for Wanda B.
How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. How are you, Queen?
I'm doing wonderful. Did you have a question or comment today?
Yeah. I got a comment. I've listened to the story. How you doing, Wanda B?
Hey, G.
It's always good to see you and doing positive things and making positive moves.
Thank you.
I want to ask you about Stud for Life and what made you start that, and what was your vision in the mentoring part of it. What's the focus of Stud for Life?
Well, the focus is that really I wanted to, first of all, get studs together and try to be together as one, because as you know, being a stud yourself, it's a lot of hatred and unloyalty and all that stuff going on. So I wanted that brotherly love. And then I wanted the youth thing because I want the younger crowd to know that this ain't no game, this lifestyle is not a joke, and they could still be a stud but still prosper and get jobs and stuff like that. So that's what I wanted. So that's why I wanted the youth thing going on. I wanted somebody to follow after us,
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a good thing. Can you hold for a second? Can you hold your thought? You know what? I want to go to commercial break because we've been talking, and I want to get back to the actual story and life of Wanda B. We keep taking calls, and I'm getting texts and messages. People really want to hear this story. So we're going to run the commercial break real quick, and we'll be right back with the one and only Wanda B. right in the house at Full Circle. We'll be right back.
Believe that.
Welcome back to Full Circle, your source of life, health, business, and entertainment. And we have the one and only Wanda B here. And Man, the story is so real. Unbelievable, but real, you know? So let's go back to what you were saying after you and your brother, you shooting at your brother. Wow. That's something.
It's funny now, but actually it was really bad.
Yeah.
Because it had me.
You didn't hit him, did you?
I didn't, thank God. I love my brother. But it made me realize that if you're going to be out here and you're going to be you, unfortunately, you're going to have to fight and everything else for respect. It's a shame that you have to, and I wanted to express that to seriously side, to studs that's out here, you know, to be careful. Be careful. Be who you are, but be careful and don't be so, you know, don't feel like that you have to be challenged or challenge people and stuff like that. But yes, I'm very concerned about people not really understanding the pressure and the struggles of being a stud out here, the safety, the danger of just looking and being comfortable with who you are and looking like this. Sometimes it can really, if you don't know, if you don't have it in you, the strength or whatever, it can really get you hurt out here. It's a shame, but it's the truth.
So let's talk a little bit about, as you know, you mentioned about your situation with your brother, but just being different. I'm use that term, being different, and going places. How did people take to you? Were you ever in situations where you actually had to fight because somebody didn't like who you were or what you looked like?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a good example, and I'm glad that you asked because people could know this, because we all go to parties, we all go to clubs, and I'll never forget this. We was at the Ebony Room, and all old school people know the Ebony Room. It was one Sunday, and it was a guy. He found out that his girl was up there, so he came there with a bunch of guys, and he said, "I'm gonna kill anybody in there that looked like guys." They did. Everybody come out here that look like guys is gonna die tonight. That was an incident. So you know how I'm looking. Me and my brother Nene and everybody, and at the Ebony Room, they was like, you know, that's how you could, and not putting down studs, all studs, and nowhere at all. But this way you can tell the studs from just anybody who putting on man clothes.
See, here we go. Let's okay. Because, you know, it was a new thing to me when you all first came on the show, and it was the studs, and I did. If you watch some of the earlier shows that Studs for Life did on the show, my questions were, you know, what's the difference in the stud and then the person that dressed like, I mean, I had a lot of questions, you know. Yeah. So my question to you, with you being a stud, because I'm getting a lot of calls in Texas talking about how sharp you are. I thought I would get a chance to bring it up. I mean, I know we're talking serious, but I'm getting so many Texas, they like, oh man, wanted to be clean. I mean, but you always, I'm used to it. I just got to keep up with it. That's all.
All do props. Yeah. All do props go to my wife, my first lady. She dressed me. She buy my clothes. She dressed me. She tells me what she wants me to wear. She gets it all. Okay. It's her. Okay. It's her.
So, but again, like I said, being different and having to get out in the street, you had to be a tough little cookie there, huh?
I think I ain't
gonna say
honestly,
cookie.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you. I'm keep it real. Honestly, this is the reason why I do not hate Aura, because she taught me strength, and she taught me it was wrong of her, but she taught me strength as far as not to take no stuff, man, because she's mean. And when she did, and then by me listening to my mother, as later say, whatever you're gonna do it right, or don't do it. So all that stuff, and then me being in the gang, and also, you know, I'm tough anyway by then. So when they came to the club, this is what I'm telling you about the studs from the one in club. You could put on man clothes right now and sit here and look just like me, but that don't mean you're a stud. It takes a lot for that title, And you have to have it in here because it's so dangerous too. It's more to it than just somebody just saying I'm a stud. So when those guys came, there was a bunch of them. And that guy was crying. And he was going to kill him. So the studs was asking how to go out the back door. How are we going to get out of here? It was only one way out. I said, well, I can't stay in here. I'm getting out of here. And me and my brother, Nina Ross. So not bragging, but this is the God's heaven truth. I stepped out. But that's why I know God had another plan for me, because when I stepped out, it happened to be the same gang I was in.
Oh, okay then.
And that saved all of us.
Okay.
All Wanda B. For real, it was one of them things. So, but it also made me lose a lot of respect for all those that's partying and jumping around with these men clothes on, that was ready to run out the back door and leave their girls. But that was just a prime example. He said anybody that come out that door, he was going to kill him that looked like a man. Because he don't know which one of them was with his baby mama. And that's when I learned that this ain't no joke. These people could kill you for this. These people will kill you about love and relationships. You know, and most time people want to blame studs about their girl, but it's not always the stud's fault. But who you gonna blame? The man, you know. So a lot of people have been killed behind this. This lifestyle is not a game. That's why that record, This Ain't No Game, This a Love Thing, that is the honest to God truth. And when you saying that, if you saying that you're a stud, you saying that you will, this just me, I'm old school. I learned from pioneers like Jackie Anderson, and hearing stories from like my father-in-law Bubba and stuff like that from before me. I learned that if you got to stand up. If you say this your girl, then you saying that, hey, you're going to protect her. You're going to secure her. You're going to make sure that she's okay, even if you have to lose your own life. Or don't call yourself a stud. Just say you just being you. So these is so many reasons why I call myself Stud for Life outside of our great organization. I've walked the walk. I've talked the talk. I've bled. I've cried. I fought. So this is not bragging. This is the honest to God truth. So I'm so happy and comfortable with who I am. It's just the truth, because I feel like if you have had the life of it, then you got every right to live it and be proud of it, because you crawled, you walked, you ran, you fought, and you deserve to be respected for who you are. So Stud for Life is the truth. So that's why I'm writing my book, and I wanted to share with people about the story of Wanda B, because so many people say, I know Wanda B. No, you know of me. So now you know the truth. All the glory you see now, stories behind it, all the smiles you see was once tears. All the knowledge and encouragement that I give y'all, I had to hurt in order to help somebody else. And I don't mind. I don't mind at all doing it. And I do it every day on Facebook. I touch people. I know I do that. People that don't like me and don't like me, or they like me, but hate they do. And then because they don't know why they don't. It's just me.
That they respect.
Because I demand it because I earned it, and I give it too. So with this book is concerned, I want my younger studs to know, please, don't take this name, this word, and run away with it. You can get yourself killed out here.
And that was one of the things that me and you talked about as well, how serious it is. And when we briefly talked a little bit about the parade just passed and the seriousness of this new law. I want to touch that a little bit and go back because Wanda B's wife is in the audience, And I want to thank you all for clap, 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 clap. I want to thank you all for coming out and sitting and watching the show, and Wanda B's son. So I kind of want to briefly get through a little bit of this, and I also want to talk a little bit about your family as well.
Okay.
So we talked about the seriousness of it, and you stated to me, you say, Queen, it's more serious when it comes to the new law, or the maiden on the all 50 states is being legal to get married. You said to me, Queen, it's more serious. It's everybody celebrating, but they don't know the seriousness of the hate. And let's talk a little bit about that conversation that me and you had, that you and I had.
I feel like that there's a lot of celebration going on here, and I don't want us to lose focus of how dangerous it is as well. And everybody is not happy for this. This is history, you know. Just like they weren't happy for our black president, but hey, you can't stand anywhere good, right?
Right.
So I want people to understand that be careful. It's still a lot of hatred in us and people. It's still a lot of, and this is how they talk, like them dykes just taking over, you know, and stuff like that. And it's just, I'm afraid, not for myself, because I know God's covering, and I pray He covers us all, but I'm afraid that we're going to get so celebratory and so complacent that we're going to forget that everybody is not clapping their hand and stomping their foot and welcoming us. Be mindful how we still must always be mindful of the hatred. It still exists. Yes, we won. We had no business fighting, but that don't mean that it's okay.
And you played a part. You all traveled, and again, if you watch a little bit of some of the previous shows with Studs for Life, you all actually got into some marches. You all traveled and stood for this law as well. So, I mean, I know, again, like you said, it's more, you know, it's serious, but it's also definitely something to celebrate because, you know, you all made a lot of moves to participate in that 50 states and it being legal to same-sex marriages.
Yes.
And, man.
it's a wonderful thing. And when you was part of something, and that makes you really happy about it.